Okay, let's be real. Launching a new product and making hundreds of thousands of dollars in just over a month? That sounds like a total fantasy, right? Well, one company actually did it. And in this explainer, we're going to break down their exact strategy, a concrete plan that basically throws the old rulebook right out the window. Let's get into it.
Yeah, you heard that right. That number is not a typo. A company called Send Push pulled in nearly $300,000 in just 45 days. And get this, they did it without some massive team or development process that took forever. It was a surprisingly simple app, built at an incredible speed. So that leads us to the big question, right? How on earth do they pull this off? And more importantly, what's the repeatable playbook that we can learn from what they did? Well, it's a really cool story about a simple product, a totally new way of building things, and just a brilliant counterintuitive marketing strategy. So let's start at the very beginning, because to really understand the genius of this launch, you first have to appreciate how simple the product actually is. It all began by zeroing in on a massive headache that pretty much every business and creator deals with. I mean, seriously, think about it. If you run any kind of business, or even just a community, your number one challenge is just getting people to see your message. You're constantly fighting against spam filters, inboxes that are just overflowing with unread emails, and these social media algorithms that act like gatekeepers, deciding who gets to see your stuff. It's an uphill battle for attention, and honestly, most people are losing. And this really shows the difference, doesn't it? The old way, it's like you're shouting into a pillow. You're totally at the mercy of these big platforms. But what if there was a direct line? A way to just cut through all that noise and land your message right on the one screen you know everyone is looking at hundreds of times a day. And that is exactly what SendPush is. The magic here is that it's not some complicated new app you have to convince people to download and learn how to use. No, it cleverly taps into the wallet technology that's already built into every single iPhone and Android phone, where you keep your boarding passes and tickets. It uses that to send a direct can't-miss notification right to your lock screen. So simple, so direct, and just ridiculously effective. Okay, so great idea, right? But these days, an idea is only as good as how fast you can build it. The secret to how they launched this thing so quickly wasn't a giant team of engineers. It was a modern way of thinking, and it was all powered by AI. They call it vibe coding. I love that name. The whole concept is that you work with the AI to turn a general idea, a vibe, into actual working code, UIs, backend systems, all of it. So a developer might just describe a feature in plain English and the AI spits out the code. The human then just acts like a director, fine-tuning and connecting all the pieces. It lets them skip months of traditional work and go from idea to launch in just days. But here's the real game changer with this approach, the agility. So when users ask for new features, the team could just do it instantly. For example, a local cheesesteak shop needed a way to message customers based on which location they were at. Using this AI process, the SendPush team built and shipped that specific feature in just 2 days. 2 days. In the old world, that would sit in a backlog for 6 months. Easy. So you've got a simple product, and you've got lightning-fast tech. That's a powerful combination. But believe it or not, that wasn't the real key to this incredible launch. The true secret weapon, the absolute heart of their strategy, was the community they built long before they ever had a single thing to sell. And this quote from the co-founder, Drew Griffin, just nails the entire philosophy. Forget the hard sell. The idea is to just give. Give value consistently with no strings attached. It taps into this very human need for reciprocity. When you help people over and over, you're not just building an email list. You're building trust. You're building a real connection. They call it the Oprah method, and it's brilliant. Think about it. Why was everyone dying to be on Oprah's show? Because she had already built a massive, loyal, trusting audience first. The strategy here is to do that same thing just on a local level. You don't act like a salesperson. You act like the trusted source of information for your community. And here's the literal playbook. You start a simple Facebook page or a newsletter for your town, and you just post about local news, events, cool stuff people actually care about. You're not selling a thing. Then, once you have thousands of followers, you walk into local businesses, not as a salesperson, but as the press, and you offer to feature them for free to your huge audience. They get free publicity, and you build a relationship. Only after you've built up all that trust do you finally pivot and say, hey, I also have this tool that could help you. And listen, this isn't some passive set it and forget it thing. To really build that community, The founder, Drew, is in there himself, making around 20 text-based posts every single day. That's the grind. That's the level of engagement it takes to earn that trust and become that go-to voice that people will listen to. So how do we take all the lessons from this incredible story and actually apply them? Let's try to boil this entire launch down into a simple, powerful formula that you can use.
All right, here it is, the winning formula in a nutshell. First, find a real problem that people are actually complaining about, like cutting through communication clutter. Second, give value first. Build your audience by helping them, not by selling to them. Third, make that community built on a foundation of genuine trust. And finally, when the time is right, launch a simple, focused solution to that original problem. That's the whole playbook. You know, this whole thing, this whole $300,000 launch, it all started from a simple, everyday frustration, not being able to reach your audience. So as they wrap this up, the question I want to leave you with is this. What's that simple, annoying problem that you face every day? That little frustration, because that might just be your next big idea.